and welcome to the F1 Hatchet. With F1 taking a little bit of a break, here is something a little bit different. I had recently gone to a MotoGP weekend at Circuit of the Americas, or COTA, and I was trying out some new gear. So here's some shots of that weekend, mainly on Friday when the crowds are a little bit less, and I didn't have to worry about dragging around equipment all day. But I thought this might be a little bit of an interest to some of y'all, so I figured I'd put together something, that y'all can look at and see what a weekend at COTA on a MotoGP weekend looks like. So here we're picking it up just as we entered the Circuit of the Americas, through the main Grand Plaza entrance. And we're kind of walking to the left side of the main Grand Plaza here. And you can see on the left side of this shot, we have all of the teams in their booths where they can sell a lot of their merchandise. And then we're just kind of walking up towards turn 15 as we're kind of entering, the Circuit of the Americas. And you can see some of the just weird shops that they have. And it's not too bad. We're getting here about mid-morning, and it'll get more crowded throughout the day and, of course, throughout this weekend. So if you're actually go to the circuit and you're actually going to buy merchandise, I always suggest you buy it earlier in the weekend than later, as the crowds are a lot more as you go through the weekend. So like here we have some main installation food stalls, and we have the actual restrooms here on the left that actually have, not porta potties in those sense of situations. They do have some nicer porta potties that they've brought in, but most of them are the normal porta potties that you see at construction sites and whatnot. So they're not that great. But again, we're coming up here, and you can see like the big food tent over to our right, which has a bunch of smaller stalls in it that you can kind of get a variety of foods, usually kind of overpriced, of course, since you're at the track and kind of locked you in. And you can see, the Austin ice cream scoops in that pink little trailer there, which can give you some ice cream on a hot day, which is kind of nice. You see the tower that's iconic for Circuit of the Americas in front of us. And you're kind of coming up on the, amphitheater that they have there, that they show concerts and whatnot on off weekends. So coming up the ramp or the stairs through the grandstands. These aren't the main grandstands, but these are over at turn 15. And it's kind of cool views. You come up over the steps, you can start seeing the track, and that's turn 15 in front of you. And you can kind of... Here's a little bit of Moto 3 action for your viewing pleasure. So I was headed towards the midfield, and I figured I could give you a glimpse here a little bit better of that Germania amphitheater here on our right, right behind the tower, as we kind of move towards the overwalk to get into the midfield section. So right before we turn left to go across the bridge, you can go straight to the observation deck for the tower. So you can go down the path to go get an elevator or climb the stairs up the tower, and it costs you, at MotoGP, it looked like it was about $23. If you go there on a different race weekend, it could be different costs. So if you go there on Formula 1, it's going to be quite a bit more. And if you go on a big race day, you can probably get up there for a little bit cheaper. But anyway, you can go through that little walkway there and go towards the tower. So in the mid view, you'll see some other vendors, but the main attraction here is the manufacturers for the motorcycles. You see here Honda, Suzuki, KTM, and some others that are come and brought actually demo motorcycles that you can sign up to do a demo ride. You know, not necessarily around the track, but you know, in the streets around the circuit itself, to get a feel for that bike and, you know, sell those bikes to those people that are actually looking for that kind of style. And they give you a nice little extra piece there that if you're looking for a bike, then you can kind of check it out before you get to actually go to a dealer and buy that bike. Of course, if you're interested, you have to have a motorcycle license, and you probably need to bring your gear as well, as they really require a helmet, long sleeve shirt, pants, and usually over the ankle shoes as well, potentially gloves. Some manufacturers will actually offer loaners, but most of them don't, so you'll need to bring your own gear if you're going to go on a demo ride. So you can see the tower out in the background, and of course the stands over to your right are the turn 15 stands, and so it's a nice long trek back to the stands for watching some more action on the track. And as we come out of the canopy, going across that bridge, we can get a good look at turn 18, and of course in the distance there you can see the famous turn 1 of the hill. As we make it back to the grandstands, instead of giving you some action for Moto 3, I'm going to leave you with some Harley-Davidson baggards, as they were at this MotoGP race as well, as they're kind of introducing this series and kind of following some of these MotoGP circuit around for a few races, kind of introducing this new class to a lot of people. As you can tell, they're pretty big bikes. They're modeled after the Harley-Davidson, you know, performance touring bikes, such as the Street Glide, the Road Glide, or the Road King. They have a nice Milwaukee 8V twin engine, and they, you know, have that nice look of the hard, you know, saddlebags with the minimalist, you know, aesthetics, and they're really cool to look at and hear and watch race. Actually, they were actually really good racing with these bikes. So watching the baggards go around this track kind of made me consider, you know, how did they compare to the other series that have gone around COTA, and what are the best lap times for them? And so this is some of the ones that I was able to gather. that have actually, had, race weekends at COTA and what their best lap times were overall. So you may want to pause so you can kind of compare where the baggards fit in with whatever other series that you're more familiar with and how they go around this COTA track. As this is a MotoGP weekend, here is a little bit of their MotoGP practice session. Well, I hope you found that entertaining and maybe a little informative as well. If you're a Formula One fan, remember that we have a sprint race on May 2nd in Miami and the full GP race on May 3rd. So you can come back and check this channel out, as I will have a race debrief for both the sprint race and the GP race. And if you so are inclined and want to get some updates, you can join our Discord, where we have notifications go out for these videos, as well as all kinds of conversations around racing and other things, and kind of keep up to date on that subject as well. So you can check the link in the description if you want to join the conversation over there. So until then, I will see you on the grid, and farewell.